Hello everybody. So I tried making a video today and it wasn't any good. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Instead we're just going to do a kind of a general life update, what's going on over here. I don't want to do too many of those, but I figured it was time to kind of give you guys an idea of just what's going on here now with everything. Lately with the whole sleep adventures, because I think in the last, I know I mentioned some of my sleep things that were going on in my Subscribe Star videos. I don't know if I mentioned them in my just regular YouTube videos or not, but I've got the RLS issues, and so I was doing really well for a couple weeks. I was really excited. I talked to my doctor and he told me to take iron pills, and so I was taking some iron pills. Way more iron than I think most people would normally take, but there you go. I was taking a lot of iron. And for I think maybe 4 nights in a row, I actually got sleep for a change, which was really good because I was like breaking down crying because I hadn't had sleep in like days. And, and I was trying to imagine spending another 3 months like that, and it was like, okay, this is hell. This is actually hell. I got to sleep for like 4 nights in a row, which was really exciting. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't sleeping anymore at night. And now I'm on iron and magnesium oxide, plus all my other prenatal vitamins. So every morning I have like this fistful of pills I have to swallow, and they're all vitamins. Like it's crazy, but I've been sleeping kind of. I wake up at about 2 a.m. every single morning and I spend about an hour awake before I can fall back asleep, which is decidedly better than not being able to sleep at all. Like, definitely improvement on that. I don't know if that's why I've been so tired lately, but making videos has gotten harder and harder. The last the last video I made was one of the Subscribe Star videos, and I don't know if it was any good or not. Honestly, like my knee jerk reaction is, oh, it wasn't any good at all. But I haven't actually rewatched it, so I don't really know. But I just didn't feel particularly confident about it. Like once it was done and once it was posted, I looked back and it was like normally I feel a little more confident about my videos. That one I just kind of looked at it, was like, ugh. And I've been concerned about that lately. Like, am I actually producing good videos these days? Because I feel it's gotten really difficult for me to to just focus when I'm making videos. And I think part of it is the sleep deprivation. I know that's part of it because it is, I'm just extremely tired all the time now. And part of it is pregnancy hormones. I think I haven't really felt like I was going at full power since I found out I was pregnant, since about that point. I don't know at which point in the pregnancy it really started hitting me that I just didn't feel like I was functioning at the same level mentally as I used to functioning. And for all I know, the pregnancy will end and I'll realize, no, I was always this dumb. But it just, it seems like it's a lot harder to organize my thoughts. It's a lot harder to remember the things I was going to talk about in a video. Like, I've had videos lately where I've filmed the entire video, realized that there was a key point I forgot to talk about, refilmed the entire video, and forgotten to talk about the same dumb point again. And just kind of looked at it like, okay, fine, we'll just call it that as is, because I just can't remember in the middle of making the video what I was going to talk about. And it's like, I really like to think that's not me. I like to think I can remember what I'm doing from 1 minute to the next a little better than that. I like to think that I can concentrate on what I'm doing a little better than that. I like to think I can think a little more clearly than that. And even things I'm excited about, like I was excited about the video I wanted to do tonight. I was like, this is going to be a fun video. I was putting it together in my head in the car, like I was going to pick up the kids, and I was thinking, okay, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this over here. I want to have this, and now I'm here, and once the kids are in bed, it's dark outside. I'm tired, and my mind is just completely blank. And so that's a little frustrating. And I want to make better videos than that. And so I've got actually a list of videos that I keep telling myself I'm going to make as soon as I feel awake enough to make them. And I'm not making them because I just don't feel like I'm awake enough to make a good video on the subject. And that's a little frustrating too. And it's not even awake like I'm drowsy, like if I took a nap I'd be able to freshen up or anything. It's like I'm just not. It's like my brain just got disconnected somehow, and I'm just kind of trying to float along through the day with, ugh. And I mean, I remember people talking about pregnancy brain and saying that pregnancy brain isn't a real thing. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I just know that I feel distinctly fuzzier in the head than I remember myself being. Like, I really, really, really like to think, for my own poor ego's sake, I really like to think that I had it more together when I wasn't pregnant and sleep deprived. Some of it's sleep deprivation, some of it's pregnancy hormones, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You can blame them both if you want to. I like to think I used to be smarter than this. I definitely feel like I used to be smarter than this. I'm really not having so much fun with the whole not being as smart as I used to be. Like, I have the things I want to do with myself, and it's like, why can't I just make the brain thing happen? And it's not. It's not. So that's a little annoying, and it has me. I've been for the last week now, and I mean off and on before this week, I've just been asking myself, okay, how exactly do I plan to make good videos when I can't even think clearly? How's that supposed to work out? I really don't know. That's where I'm at. I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Um, I've made a few videos actually talking about this, the I don't know how I'm going to keep going when I can't even get my head straight. And I'm still there. I'm still at that point where it's like, okay, well, just how exactly do you plan to keep going? And I really do not know. One way or another I'll get through this. I really don't want to take a vacation, but I don't know what to do at this point. Um, Hopefully not take a vacation. Hopefully that. Um, but I need to figure out something though, because I don't know. I I don't want to put out a series of crappy videos for 3 whole months just because I am temporarily whatever I'm going through. It is frustrating as hell. It is one of the many many reasons that I hate being pregnant. I mean, thank God I'm only gonna have to go through this for another 3 months, and I am never ever ever getting pregnant again. Like after this, I am done. I love having kids. I love having new kids. I absolutely loathe the process of being pregnant that gets me to that point because this is awful. Like, I feel like my brain has just turned to mush on me. Anyway, I think that's it for now. That's my life update for now. I've got. I suppose I could end on a happy note. We got chickens today. We got 11 baby chickens. We've only ever had 6 maximum, but they had some laws that expired locally, and so now we're allowed to own roosters. Roosters do best with about 10 hens, and so we got 11 chicks. Some of them were straight runs, so we might end up with like 5 roosters and then 6 hens, which is not exactly well balanced. But at that point, we can figure out other things to do, like possibly getting more hens or something. But yeah, I don't know if you've heard them cheeping in the background while I've been making this video, but that's what that sound is. And it's been just pure chaos. It's been wonderful, but it's been pure chaos. The kids want to hold the chickens, the cats want to eat the chickens. This fella, this big fat fella right here, he wants to eat the chickens. The young cat that we've got, the fluffy one, the fluffy brown one, he really wants to eat the chickens. He nearly knocked over the box they came home in while he was trying to get at them. He also has figured out ways to climb. We have a gateway to block the cats off from each other so that they can kind of acclimate to each other better because they've been fighting a lot. And this one's had 2 vet visits. God, does he even show up against the blanket? There's a cat right there. Like, if that doesn't show up. He's had like 2 vet visits because he's gotten bitten by the other cat and he's gotten infected bites, which is expensive. And so we have like this huge gate in our doorway to kind of keep these 2 away from the new guy so that they can all just kind of get used to the smell of each other and see each other through the bars. Well, today the new guy figured out how to climb out of the gate, and he literally climbed all the way up to the ceiling where there was a little tiny gap at the top of the gate, and he climbed through the gap in the top of the gate and then jumped down on the other side. That was crazy too. And it never ends. It's wonderful fun, and it's hilarious watching a cat climb up a gate all the way up to the top of the door frame and then squish his way through this little teeny gap that's about, yay big. It's hilarious. And it's exciting and it's fun, and the kids were laughing, and it was exhausting at the same time because then we had to figure out how to block the gate up. In the meantime, we got all of these baby birds, and I'm trying to keep them all warm and provided for, and make sure that everybody's going to survive because baby birds don't necessarily, you know, live sometimes. And so I've been working on that, and I met up with my new therapist. This is the 5th attempt I've made at therapy, and she seems quite nice. And we talked about some things that I can do for the ADHD, which I still can't get a diagnosis for because it costs $1,800. And who's got $1,800 to throw into like psychological? I've got a list of things. If somebody was to hand me $1,800 right now and say, "Here you go," there's a lengthy list of things that I would spend that money on before finally getting down to maybe the bottom of that list, where it's like, oh yes, and if all these other things are paid for, yeah, then I might get some psychological testing. So I don't have a diagnosis, but I found somebody who was willing to work with me on just handling the symptoms, and so that's good. Um, I don't know. I don't know if pregnancy hormones actually affect ADHD or not. Maybe it's just me being quirky again. Like, hey, guess what? Pregnancy hormones don't agree with you very well. Um, I have no idea. I just know I'm tired and I can't think straight. And that sucks. But anyway, that is my life update, you guys. And I will try to make a better video next week because I feel like I owe it to you guys. And I owe it to me too somehow. And until then, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you all have a wonderful night.